everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm coming back to a game I covered 5 years ago, and that is Middara, the JRPG flavored campaign dungeon crawler. And disclaimer that they sent me a review copy of the 1.2 edition of the game. I haven't played it since I covered it way back when, but I wanted to see how the changes were and also dive in a bit deeper, because I didn't finish the entire campaign the first time I played. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. We have over 60 of them there now. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and come say hi on our Discord. So in my previous playthrough, which again is an earlier version of the rules, although a lot of the key things haven't changed, I played out one of the first missions in a dungeon crawl mode. This time I'm going to show you a mission from the campaign mode, but this is almost completely free of spoilers. This is one of the side missions in the second chapter of the 5-chapter campaign in Act 1 of the game. There's also going to be Act 2 and 3. This is a big one. But yeah, there's a little side mission where our crew of 4, and these are all the starting 4 characters, so again, no spoilers for other characters, they are trying to save some cargo that has been looted by these monsters. So these 4 loot tokens here are in the current. They're going to move 1 space at the end of every round, and we need to try to rescue as many of them as possible. We also need to defeat all of the enemy combatants, although the rules do specify that if we get any cave sickles, which are like kind of the weeniest monsters, if they spawn, we don't have to defeat them to win the mission. And this is in the common loot level of difficulty. How they do difficulty in version 1.2 of the rules is all of the monsters have different types that are based on the loot level, and that also will gate what items I can buy. Now, this is my actual campaign game, and I didn't have enough money to upgrade all of my things to common level, so I'll still have a lot of the mundane, weaker items at this point. And we'll see if that's enough to deal with these stronger versions of these monsters I'll be fighting. So to start out, at least, we've got 2 water loas over here. These are ranged spellcasting units that cannot leave the water, but they're pretty annoying. They're hard to hurt with non-magical attacks. Then we've got some Gavaudins, 2 of them over here. These guys dodge attacks really well, unless you can trick them into the water, but besides that, they're melee attackers. And then finally, new to the common loot level, so if you're playing through Chapter 1, you won't have seen these, are Fragor, and they're like these little planty guys. They'll be attacking us at range and putting down these buds and then kind of like blowing themselves up. And the buds have an anti-magic capability, so they will shut down magic for anybody too close to them, which is not great because, as you'll see in a second, 2 of my characters are fully focused on magic. In terms of other things in the scenario, we've got a red totem over here and a blue totem over here. They're both currently blocked from line of sight by red-lined obstacle spaces. But once we can see totems, once they get into line of sight, we're going to read something in the campaign book, and my guess is more nasties will spawn. Then we've got a few objectives. The yellow one all the way up here is it doesn't say how it's going to activate, so that's going to be determined later by the scenario. And this blue one here is a sword or some kind of weapon that is driven into a stone, King Arthur style, and I can go over there and try to pull it out. There's also some special terrain. Again, the red is obstacles that block stuff. The blue has a current that'll push us slowly toward the edge. If we go over the waterfalls here, our characters are instantly defeated. Anything with this kind of gray bordered exclamation point terrain. Then additionally, these orange bordered starred spaces are like rocky, craggy cliff faces. If I move off of that or stand on that, it might crumble underneath me, which is lots of fun. And then these rocks over here are slippery rocks. If we move off of them, we might slip into the water and lose our turn. So there's lots of dangerous stuff to deal with. Now, let's go through my characters and my builds. And again, these are all the starting characters, so there's not really anything that's super spoilery here. So first, Remy, who can fly. That's her big thing. She can spend 2 of her stamina points to be able to fly for the turn and avoid things like cliffs that crumble underneath your feet. I made a melee fighter, which is a little bit different from what I've seen a lot of people do. But since she can fly, she can get behind people well. So I have her with this assassin punch dagger that can let her backstab. So if she can flank somebody where she's on opposite sides of the enemy from one of my other people, she can do tons of damage. She's got... I won't talk through like all the details of her items, but yeah, she's got 2 one-handed weapons. She's got Blade Works, which lets her make a free attack every turn. And she's got Mage Breaker, which is going to be good, I guess only against the Loa, the water Loa right now. It lets her do extra damage to people that have spell casting capabilities. Next, we've got Rook. He's a bit of a tank, and that's how I've built him. He's got good armor. He's got a special shield I got somewhere. I won't say where. He's got the unique item we got from the first kind of market here. All these are going to add to his armor. And then he's sort of my healer. He's the only one who has 3 skills, by the way. We're 1 experience point shy of the other characters getting skills. I've already picked out which ones I want, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, he can mend, which is healing. He can do Proof of Divinity, which means once per turn for free, he can give somebody else courage, which is going to make their attacks more effective. Or actually, he can do it to himself, too. And that's also going to give him free stamina points whenever they do stuff with their courage, so that's pretty fun. And then his actual main attack, because he doesn't use his weapons too much, is Courage Stifle. It's going to take his armor, which is 4 with his current build, and deal double that damage if he can cast magic successfully. So that's like 8 armor-piercing damage every time he does that. Although, again, with the bloom budding plant people, that might not be able to happen. Okay, then we've got Zeke, who you can see is thematically supposed to be a double-wielded swordy guy, but instead I've got him as my main ranged attacker without magic. He's got a crossbow as his main weapon that can punch through armor, because at the end of Chapter 1, I was fighting a lot of armored people. Now, interestingly, in this scenario, there is not that. And then he's got, Kill the Messenger is a little luck mitigation. It'll help him fix bad die rolls. And Friend of a Foe can let him give other people extra attacks or give him a dodge, because he's extra good at dodging, and his armor works with that too. And then Nightingale is my main offensive spellcaster. She's got a magic rod. She's got this bodysuit that heals her every turn, which is good because she's in the Crew War field of magic, which means she can damage herself to deal extra damage. So that's kind of a nice compliment to that, because she's going to heal for free some of the damage she takes on herself. All right, so let's get into it, and I will explain the rules and kind of how things work as we go. And by the way, since the cards are so tight, this game does take up a lot of space, I'll be putting these little red cubes on cards as I exhaust them. They do have these little exhausted on the other side used tokens that come with the game, but I find there are not quite enough to actually mark everything that I'm using. Okay, so we do a random initiative order. This is reshuffled every turn. So we've got Rook and Nightingale first, then the Water Loa and the Plant Dudes, then Remy and Zeke, and then the Gavaldin, which is honestly a pretty lucky first round pull, because remember, the Fragor can mess up the spell casting of Rook and Nightingale specifically. So them getting to go at least once before any of that can happen is pretty nice. So Rook's turn is first, and in a turn, first you do any start of turn stuff. We don't have any of that. Then we do any status phase effects. We don't have any of those either. Then we have the refresh phase, but we skip this in the first round. We would get some stamina points back, 3 for each character. Stamina points are how you take actions in the game. You have up to 5 you can hold, but you get 3 back each round. Okay, then we have the main thing, action phase, where you can spend stamina points, and then we have end of turn. So actions you can take once per round or once per turn. You can spend 1 point to move. You get your movement points worth of movement. For Rook, that's 6. You can also spend 2 stamina points to attack, and then abilities will have their own things on here. So the big one I'm looking at for Rook is his Courage Stifle spell, which is 2 stamina to cast. All right, so first, though, some free things on his turn. His Mend ability, which is a level 1 Sanctus ability. These are like little schools of abilities you can get. It says once per encounter, you can gain 2 heal tokens. And since the Fragor can eventually take away his ability to cast this, I'm going to go to use it now. And these heal tokens will just hang out on him. He can spend 1 stamina point to heal somebody within SOI, Sphere of Influence, which is range 4 for everybody that I have right now. There are items that can increase it, but I don't have them. So yeah, for 1 SP, I can heal somebody up to 6. But Men says that if I use one of these on somebody else, I get these SP back, so it's free to use it. I'm also going to use Proof of Divinity. He can exhaust this, so that's once per turn, basically, because everything unexhausted at the start of your turn, to give an ally within 4 spaces. By the way, SOI doesn't care about terrain or anything. As long as they can see the person within 4 spaces, they can use it. Gains a Courage token, and then passively, the first time each round, another ally with Courage deals any damage. Rook will get +1 stamina point for free. And Courage lets someone making attack gain a free shield and book, which means they tend to do more damage. But if they miss, it gets discarded. I'm going to put it on Remy. She tends to have a little bit more mitigation if she misses her attacks. And again, I'm going to put little red cubes on these things to show they've been used. Okay, Courage Stifle we'll get to in a second. The Fight Drive gives me a attack once per encounter. We're not going to do that. This lets me block damage and deal damage to adjacent attackers. Ghost Canister we could use, though. We can use it to move 1 space per turn. And this thing lets us deal damage automatically to adjacent people. Our sword lets us counterattack if Rook dodges. Or no, actually, no, even if he doesn't dodge. Although, again, his focus is not actually attacking, so a lot of this doesn't matter that much. Yeah, big thing. Let's go ahead and move towards the water loa and the first chest. So he's got 6 movement. We need to get within range 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. I mean, those Gavoden are going to be coming for me, the little doggy dudes up here. There they are. But Rook's got great armor. I mean, again, these are higher level than I'm used to of these types of enemies, but we'll see how it goes. Now, it would cost 1 action point, 1 stamina to pick up this chest, but he'd rather attack the water loa that's right near him. So for that, he's going to spend his last 2 stamina points and do Courage Stifle. So it says cast spell 6. What that means is he's going to roll his spell casting die, which starts out as a purple, but Courage Stifle has a passive ability that lets him use the die of one of his shields or blunt weapons. So he's going to use this teal die, which is much stronger. So he'll roll a teal die and add 6 to the result. And then when people defend against spells and spell-like effects, they use what's called their conviction. The water loa has 2 teal dice, so she actually has a pretty good chance of just blocking my attack completely. But hey, it's still worth trying because it does a ton of damage, 8 out of 18 of her life if it hits. All right, so here's this spell cast, and only a 3 plus 6 is 9. I think she'll probably dodge that. Oh, she actually didn't, 8. And for these tests, you don't care about the icons, whereas on like regular attack tests, as you'll see, they do matter. So she is affected, and it says deal magic damage equal to 2 times your total armor value, which is 4 for Rook, so that is 8 damage. So that's the red water loa, so I can just put the 8 damage over here. By the way, I have a lot of passive abilities. They have Arcane and Elusive, which means they don't take break attacks when they like move past my people, because normally you get like little opportunity attacks. And the big thing is they can't be affected by the little symbols on dice to boost their attack. That's why spells are so good against them, because they are really hard to hurt with melee and range attacks. They also can't leave the water, and they add water as they hit people and move around. Oh, cool. So good start, Rook. Let's see if Nightingale can finish the job. Okay, so Nightingale's got the ambitious once per encounter ability, which lets her give herself plus 2 stamina points and everybody else plus 1. And actually, the question is, do I use that now? Yeah, I mean, I think I might want to give everyone a stronger turn, so sure. Let's go and do that. And she's got 5, and everybody else is getting 1 more. I'll do that off camera. So she's got a rod that's going to give her a whole bunch of things. The big thing, though, is that she also has a teal bonus to her spells. I already talked about the sentient bodysuit, which would heal her, but she's not hurt yet. She's got the same armor as Rook does. The infection, don't worry too much about the theme behind that. Who knows where that came from, but it lets her take damage to save action points each turn. Although each of her spells can only be used once per turn, and she's not really good at attacking, so that probably won't matter much here. But yeah, let's get to going. She needs to get within range 4 of that lady to hit her too. She's over here. So I should have said each movement has to be orthogonal. You can't do diagonal for move, although you can for like attack range and stuff. And leaving a space with a character costs 2 movement points. Leaving a green space costs 2 movement points. Leaving a water space costs 2 movement points. And you can't move into red spaces, obviously. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, she is in range for her spells. How much more damage do we need to do? 10. All right, so her Gore Shot is her weaker attack. Her Organic Liquefy is her stronger one. Let's try that one for 2. Gore Shot is free. But it's exhausted. There's another spell 6 plus her teal spellcasting die. If she hits, she's going to deal damage equal to the roll of one of the target's conviction dice, so a teal die that'll average out like, 4 to 6. And then she can deal herself 2 irreducible damage to deal additional magic equal to 2 times her highest crew ore, which is this one, level 2. So that would be plus 4 more damage. So she might be able to kill the Loa with just this attack if she's lucky. Now, whenever you make an attack or cast a spell, you can spend 1 extra to empower it, which means in addition to your die, you roll this black die. If you roll a skull, when you empower a melee attack, it just misses. When you empower a spell, it misses and you take 3 damage, which is terrible. But otherwise, each book, which can be from 1 to 4, 0 to 4 actually, will add plus 1 to the result of my teal die. So sure, let's go ahead and try this and see how it goes. Oh, that was good. So 6 plus 4 books is 10. So that's 16 total. So that's going to be hard for the Loa to block. Oh, she gave it a good try, though. So that is 13. Oh, sorry. I would have used this when I saw my spell casting roll, so I should use it now. So it says, it's got a few different abilities, but this one. 1 SP. Before the target of one of your spells makes a conviction check, in addition to the effect of the spell, deal a teal die of magic damage. That costs 1 SP, and I got exhausted, so I'm going to say I did that. Because obviously, when I saw that I'd gotten to a 16 total before she would have rolled that 13, I would have done that. Because literally, the only way she could have blocked is boxcars. 2 8s on the dice. So that means I'm doing 1 teal from the staff, the rod, and 1 teal from the spell itself, because it uses her own defense against her. And that's 13 damage, so I'm not going to take 2 damage to add 4 more and boost that. She's already dead. All right, so very nice. Whenever an enemy is defeated, they are removed, and you get to draw a loot card. And here it's just 10 golds. We'll just kind of keep this to the side and total it all up in the end of the scenario. All right, so that was all of Nightingale and Rook's actions. So now the first the 2 water lower are going to go, but luckily one of them is dead. The other one is over here. So yeah, she's definitely going to be able to attack Zeke probably. All right, so let's talk about enemy AI activation and Waterloo in specific. So you're basically going through these things. These are each little behaviors you're going to check. And some of them are going to say continue down, like this one will not stop them from resolving the next one. But once one of these is actually true, once like the bold text above is possible, they'll do that thing and then stop if there's no continue down. So first it says she'll remove a negative effect from an ally within SOI or remove a positive effect from an opponent. So she would heal like poison or stuff or get rid of nice stuff. So she could like get rid of the courage that was placed on Remy, but she's not within 4. She's not within SOI, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so we go down. Is there more than one opponent adjacent? No. Is there an opponent within SOI? 4 rage? No. The final one, can it move? Its movement is 6. And attack an opponent within range 6? Yes. So it's going to move until it is at range 6 from the nearest opponent. All right, she wants the nearest opponent, which is Zeke, because you just measure it like you're doing a range attack. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as close as she can get. And then she's going to attack. Enemies will have their attacking statistics right here. So she's rolling 2 orange dice. And then if she gets enough to beat his defense, as you'll see in a second, she'll be using these to hurt. So books will let her hit more often. Shields will let her deal extra damage, magic damage, which avoids armor. And then she's not hurt, but if she rolled stars, she could heal herself a whole bunch. Oh, and sorry, she's doing an attack against the target with the lowest armor value because she is within range of both Remy and Zeke. But I just looked and neither of them have any armor. So whenever there's a tie in targets, because again, she doesn't care who's the closest, she wants the lowest armor value. Remy and Zeke are the 2 possibles here, so you always go to whoever's nearer to the front of the initiative. So Remy's going to actually get attacked. And for range attacks, you have to go from center to center. There we go. And if she passed through green spaces or opponents, well, first of all, she couldn't shoot through an opponent, so she couldn't even see Remy if Zeke was more in the way, but he's not. And then shooting through her own allies or through green spaces will make her get basically -1 to her hit for each of those things. Or sorry, for if there's any green, even if there's more than one, or if there's any ally. If she was like shooting through the Fragor or something. Sorry, I'm explaining a lot. We won't need to go through all of this each time. So Remy is getting attacked. And whenever you get attacked, first of all, you can choose to dodge. Dodging either costs 1 stamina point, or there are a lot of items. In Remy and Zeke's case, they have hoodies of deflection. So that's armor, the little horned helmet, which she has none of. Bonus health, so she has +6 health. This is bonus to defense, so she's actually harder to hit, and bonus to movement. So she'll have 7 movement and 8 defense instead of 6 movement and 7 defense. But here's the thing I care about. Exhaust, to dodge. And then if she successfully dodges, she can counterattack, but she doesn't have any ranged weapons to counterattack. But then also passively, when she makes a dodge, she doesn't roll the skull, she gets +1 to the result. And she reduces physical damage from range attacks, which is what this is, by 2. So she's pretty well set up to not be hurt by this. So let's go ahead and exhaust her hoodie to use that dodge ability. So dodging uses that same black die, but now you're looking for shields. And if you roll a skull, you don't get hurt, but you just don't get any bonuses, and you wouldn't get the +1 from the hoodie. Oh my god, that was an amazing result. So that's +5 defense. And the Water Loa is now rolling her orange dice here, the 2 that her thing said. And before she cares about the symbol, she's looking at the numbers and adding them up. So like if she got, well, here, let's just roll and see. So she got, a 6, and 6 is 12. So she's seeing, is 12 enough to hit? And let's not forget, each of her books lets her add 1 to her hit roll. So really, this is a 14 to hit roll. So Remy's defense is normally 7, +1 from her hoodie is 8, +2 from her ghost canister is 10. So she would need a 10 to hit, but she had +5 from that great dodge roll with the 1 bonus from her hoodie, so that's 15. And the Loa got 12 plus 2, 14. So she did not equal or exceed the modified defense, so she doesn't hit. But if she had, let's make this roll better. Let's say she had rolled that 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 with the books. 20 over 15 would have been 5 damage. So first of all, you deal damage equal to the difference, and then you get to use the other symbols. So remember, she gets plus 1 magic damage for each shield. So that would have been 7 damage, but minus 2 from the physical damage because the starting damage is physical. So yeah, so it would have been, 3 damage, I think, but here she didn't hurt her at all. But because we resolved an AI action that does not include the phrase continue down, we're done with the Water Loa. So now we have Fragor 1, 2, and 3. They're over here with their planty cells. Let's see what they do. Okay, so Fragors, they do not provoke break attacks from bulbs, and they're the ones we're going to be putting down the bulbs. And while any Fragor is alive, an opponent within 4 spaces of a bulb cannot pass spells. Bulbs have these tokens, and they're going to randomly do different things on their other side, so there's several of them. So what are they doing? Is there an opponent adjacent? No. But look, the continue down. So they can do a lot of free attacks if you get too close to them. Is there an opponent within range? 6. Ooh, yes, I think, we're doing red right now. We go in order, red, then purple, then orange. So yeah, it looks like red does have range to Zeke, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that sucks. Now, because it's going through at least one green space, then it'll be -1 to its attack. And Zeke also has a hoodie of deflection. Does he want to use it? Because the counterattacking thing, he can't benefit right now. Because his crossbow only has 5 range. Let's see, orange, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, orange is going to do the same thing to him, so he's not going to try to deflect here. But he will spend 1 of his 4 stamina points, 4 because Nightingale boosted him to dodge. So he's got the hoodie that's making his dodges better, and he's also got Zeke's nimble fighter ability. Once per turn, that means once per enemy activation in this case, he can re-roll his dodge if he didn't get a skull. And then the Fragor's rolling, 2 teal dice. That's not great. And then he places a random bulb token on or adjacent to the target. So that's going to happen whether or not the guy hits. That sucks. All right, so we'll start with the dodge, and that's terrible. So he'll use his once per turn reroll. Okay, so he's still got +1 because of his hoodie. But yeah, pretty good chance this is going to hurt. Okay, so the Fragor got a 12, and they only use shields for +1 damage each. So it's really kind of like a 14 when I do all the subtraction because I know this is going to hit. Okay, so Zeke's also got 7, 8, 10. So he's got 4 damage left, and he also prevents the first 2 physical damage he gets from a range attack. Oh, and I forgot, he dodged for 1. So he's taking a single point of damage. So yeah, really, not too bad. And he can take up to 12 plus 6, 18 life, same as Remy. Okay, then I place a random bulb token on or adjacent to the target. So the bulb is put here. We don't see what it is yet. And when either Zeke or Remy would provoke a break attack from it, which means basically moving off of it, then we'll flip it and see what it does. And we'll find out what kind of negative effect it has. Although it also gets rid of the bulb, which is nice because then it won't stop the spellcasting over here. Okay, now red ain't dead. Can it move adjacent to an opponent with 4 movement? No. Okay, otherwise move towards the nearest opponent, which is Zeke. And yeah, they're going to they're leaving green spaces. So 2, 4, I guess. Okay, next is the purple one. He cannot shoot anybody. He can't do any other thing, so he's just going to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the orange one can also take a shot at Zeke. Oh, I forgot. Zeke didn't take any damage because of the green that subtracted 1 from the guy's attack. Yeah, orange is shooting. He's also got the 1. He has a straight line here, so he doesn't have to worry about his buddies there and taking another -1. This time Zeke will use his hoodie because this guy, orange, is in range, so Zeke can get a counterattack back if the guy misses. Okay, let's start with the dodge. God, it's terrible. Okay, so he'll re-roll again with his power. There we go, +5. So he now has, 10, 15 defense, and then kind of 16 because of the green terrain. Come on, miss. Beautiful. Okay, so 8 is not enough, so Zeke gets to immediately counterattack. So with his privateer crossbow, so it's got an orange and a teal. It's got 4 range, which is not enough. But Zeke's true flight arrows give, +1 to the range. And then I can exhaust an arrow to unexhaust this. I can exhaust this to get +3 armor piercing. These guys don't have armor, though, so who cares? I can also exhaust it to pull a figure within range 4, which would be great for, pulling them into pits and things, but that doesn't really apply here. So yeah, none of that matters except the teal and the orange. Now, Zeke does have one ability that might help with this shot, but he's not going to use it unless he needs... Ooh, you know what? Hold on. I just realized Zeke had an ability that lets him dodge, so I'm going to give him back 1 SP because he should have used that the first time he dodged. Okay, now back to the counter attack. It's probably not going to be enough, is it? 11. Yeah, and Fragor have 11 defense, but because of the green terrain, he needed a 12. And the one mitigation ability he could have used is Kill the Messenger. It lets him take a die that rolled the lowest value possible, which is a 3 for teal, and flip it to its highest, which would have been great, but he rolled a 4 instead of a 3, so not going to happen this time. All right, so he doesn't hit, the guy doesn't hit, but he still puts another bulb out. This is pretty friggin' terrible. And then orange is going to still move 4. Okay, so 2 to get out of the green, 3, 4. There we go. All right, forget those guys, man. They only have 12 life. I want to kill them ASAP. It's Remy's turn. Now she's in a spot. If she moves, she's going to provoke break attacks from both those things. And she's the melee fighter. She needs to get close, whereas like Zeke with his crossbow doesn't really need to do anything. Now she does have this ghost canister. If she exhausts this, she can move 1 space. This move does not provoke break attacks. When making this movement, you may spend 1 SP to move an additional space. Okay, so that's one thing. Number 2, this is the fun one. We're going to be able to make this work. She has avian flight, which means for 2 action points instead of 1, she can make her move for the turn. So 6 movement plus 1, 7. By the way, you can spend extra SP to get plus 2 move as many times as you want. So you could go like 9 or 11 or 13. But when you're flying, by the way, she can only use that if she's not hurt a ton. When you're flying, you only check for break attacks in the first space you leave, which would affect her here. But if she uses Ghost Canister, here's what we're going to do. Ghost Canister to move 1 without break attacks. Screw you and your bulbs. And then if she spends 2 of her 4 SP to fly, she can go up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to... Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. Do I want to attack those guys? Because they suck, but then I'd be really close to the Gavaldin. Although, I mean, they're already near, like, Rook and everybody, so I think they're going to attack anyway. Can I get to one of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7. Okay, she'll just focus on the water loa this turn and then hopefully get to those other guys later. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let's try to kill or hurt the water loa, I guess. Okay, now she's going to use her first skill, Blade Works. If she has 2 one-handed weapons equipped, she can make an attack for free. So boop. And she's got an Assassin's Punch Dagger, which gives her a teal die, and an Ocean Cleaver, which would normally give her an orange die, but it says Combo Light, which means if she has another light weapon equipped, she gets this. So she has a teal, and she can flip this to re-roll one of her combat dice if she needs to. She can also, exhaust it. She can also exhaust it to move 1 space if she somehow kills the low and wants to go attack those plant dudes. The Punch Dagger gives her armor piercing, but again, nobody has armor. Gives her backstab, but no one else is nearby to give her flanking on the enemy. And she can exhaust it to add the black die for free if she is, again, flanking somebody, which she isn't. She can also poison people, which is lovely. There's a once per encounter free attack. That's a roll mitigation, but whatever. Okay, so we're just going to do 2 teal dice, see how it goes. And the water loa is an 11. Come on. Okay, that actually works. So that hits. Do we want to do anything to make it better? We could re-roll it with her punch dagger. Ooh, I did forget the Ocean Cleaver's ability. For each adjacent opponent, your attacks gain +1 physical damage. So she's actually... Even though she equaled the defense, and even though the Water Loa's arcane ability ignores all of these nice things I could use to boost my damage. Oh, including my courage. Dang, it is really not the matchup. I should have attacked the Fragors. So yeah, with all of that, I'm just doing 1 damage from the Ocean Cleaver's bonus. But no, I don't want to re-roll the die yet. Let's go and use Mage Breaker. So I can exhaust this to add a caster's casting die. The Water Loa has teal. This is literally the only enemy I can use this on in the entire map right now. So I get to add a teal of damage. So I'm doing 1 damage plus... Ooh, 8. Nice. So that's 9. She is now half dead. That was a great roll. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I want her to have some stuff left to dodge with, maybe counterattack with. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and say I use my my Ocean Cleaver's once per turn reroll thing. To reroll that 4 I had. If I roll higher, I'll just do some extra damage. Okay, 5. There we go. 1 more damage. Great. Okay, next up is Zeke. And he does not want to move off Bulb Land, at least not yet. Now, importantly, at the start of turn, you do get to unexhaust everything. So his cool... Ooh, I forgot Friend or Foe. He can give Remy a free attack against the Water Loa. That's cool. Ooh, you know what I just realized? If he can hit the Water Loa with his little pulling ability on his crossbow, which is not a high probability, but if he does, he would pull her out of the water. And then she... would try to do an attack if I can get her somebody else adjacent to her. But anyway, long story short, she would try to run away and maybe set off the bulbs for me. But first things first, let's go for a regular attack at her right now. Nothing's in the way. So he just needs an 11 to hit. Here you go. You can do it. Okay, that's not terrible. So again, none of the symbols matter for her, so I'm just doing 12, so 1 point of damage. Yay. And again, I didn't get to use my little flipping ability. But he will go and exhaust friend over foe. Another ally may make an attack against an enemy you attack this turn. So Remy can get a free attack on her. Not that she's likely to do much, especially with her mage ability gone. Oh, friggin' wow. That's 15 minus 11, 4. Oh, but her Ocean Cleaver gives her +1 physical damage, so 5. She's still not dead, though. Well, it'll definitely be easier to kill her next turn. Oh, and I forgot to do this the last time, but with Proof of Divinity, the first time each round another ally with Courage deals damage, Rook gets +1 SP. So he just got that from her hitting the first time. All right, now I want to try to pull her and do my little plan, because it would also give Remy a free break attack for her moving. Okay, so it's a figure within range 4 is pulled 4 with Force 10. Force 10 is what she has to roll to not be affected by it. And with her having 2 teal conviction, it's pretty likely she's fine. She does not get pulled. But I do think Zeke wants to attack again, because number 1, he's got this aligning machine. Oh, he can counterattack with aligning machine? I forgot I got this. Resolving an attack you make, if it misses, I can make a free attack again. And then he's still got Kill the Messenger to help. So yeah, let's try another attack and maybe kill her off before she might get to go. I probably should be shooting at the stupid Fragor, shouldn't I? Whoa. Okay. Don't need to use any abilities. She's just dead. Good job. All right, so the water logos are all gone. We get another loot, 6 more gold. That also means their card gets removed. And we're going to shuffle these up, and the Gavauden are the last to go. Actually, before the Gavauden go, I guess I'll do this. I want to shoot at least one Fragor, and again, he's still got like all his mitigating things. So I'm going to use this once per encounter Quickened Eye to make an attack for Zeke. And I think for all these dudes, I just barely nick, even for orange, the corner of green, so whatever. I'll shoot at the orange one. He's closer to Remy. And okay. Oh, no, with green, I would miss, right? Yeah. 11 up plus 1 is 12. Okay, but I'm going to use my aligning machine since I missed to make a free attack. Okay, and that hits. I still didn't have to use my Kill the Messenger for rolling low. So 13 minus 12 with the terrain is 1 hit. And then my bow can use shields for 1 damage and stars, which I didn't get any of, for 2 damage. So what is this in the end? 3 damage. Great. It is a start. Oh, and gosh, I'm sorry. I just got some of these new items. I just realized the crossbow says at any time exhaust an arrow to unexhaust this card, and then I can try to pull somebody again, like that range for Fragger guy. Well, they've only got white and orange conviction. They're way easier to hit with magic if their bulbs aren't preventing it. 9! Yay, he gets pulled. So each space has to be closer in a pool, but they don't have to all be in a straight line. So let's go like 1, 2, 3. Remy's going to get a free attack on him. 4. And you know what? I forgot to roll for the Water Loa to get poison, but I won't forget this time if I hit. See if I do. She just needs a straight up 11. Oh, barely. Okay, so that's enough at least to try for the poison. And for her weapons, 2 shields becomes plus 2 damage. So just 2 damage is getting through. But the poison would be cool. So follow-up means you have to have hit on the attack, not even dealt damage, just hit. So it says inflict poison, force is 8 plus my highest discipline, which is 2, so 10. So he needs to roll a 10 to defend. Same as before. And he did it! Wow, again. So it's cool. At the start of each of his turns, he's going to take a purple die of damage. I don't think... Okay, that does have a 1/6 chance of killing him if he rolls the highest value. That's not likely, though. Oh, wait, hold on. It's a little bit better than that. I forgot about Courage. Did she miss an attack yet, though? I don't think she did, because she would have lost it the second she did. So yeah, I think I still do 1 more damage to him. So now he has a 1/3 chance of dying when he starts his turn. Okay, but hey, let's get to our friends, the Gavaudens. These guys freaking suck. So first of all, they're agile, so the first time on each player's turn they get attacked, they dodge for free. Now, if you're in water, you can't dodge, so that's a good thing to like pull them into or push them into. They're also ferocious, so if they dodge an attack, they gain courage, the same thing I have, to boost their attacks. And the first time each turn the Gavauden can, it will counterattack with a melee attack at range 2. So if you miss an attack against them or they dodge, they will attack you. Okay, is their opponent adjacent? No. Is their opponent within reach 2? Nope. Can it move and attack an opponent within reach 2? So it's going to move to be up to reach 2 from the nearest opponent, attack, and then move to be up to reach 2 from the farthest opponent within movement range, and then attack again. So they're going to do 2 melee attacks. And they're attacking with, God, teal and red. This could be terrible. Okay, so Rook is the nearest for the red guy. So he'll go 1, 2. That's enough to be in reach range. He's going to get -1 to the attack, thank God. And does Rook want to dodge? He's got a lot of armor. I guess he can just tank it. We'll see. Oh, that's not a very good roll. So 8 with the terrain is 7. What's Rook got? 7. Plus 1. Oh, never mind, plus 3. So he's a 10 to hit like everybody else. So nope, that guy definitely missed. Okay, and then what does he want to do? He wants to attack the nearest opponent. Oh, hold on. It said this guy's supposed to move up to range 2, which means if he has enough movement, he would actually get all the way to him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, and then he won't get the -1, which means that attack would still miss, but okay. Oh, which means now he'll get a break attack? Well, I guess the Vaden doesn't care if he takes a break attack. Yeah, so he's going to move to be up to range 2 from the farthest opponent within movement range, and then make another attack. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can get all the way up to Zeke. So wow, yeah, he's gonna get break attack multiple times. So he'll go here. Rook will attack him, but he's gonna dodge for free, and he gets the bonuses though he were attacked on the green space. So he's Rook's gonna get -1 to his attack. Now, Rook doesn't have to choose to do the break attack, because if he does and the guy dodges, he can counter right back. Now, that will end the rest of his action, though, so he won't keep moving and attack Zeke, which is maybe better because Rook has better defense. So sure, Rook will try to counterattack. He's got 2 teal dice with his items, and that's probably not going to be enough. Oh, definitely not. 12. Oh, and I didn't even roll for the Gavaden's dodge. Oh, he did not dodge. That means he actually cannot counterattack. Interesting. And also doesn't get a courage token. So that was good in many ways. Well, no, I guess Rook, he can still counterattack, because you can counterattack if an attack didn't deal any damage, or if it missed, or if I don't think the dodge has to be successful. So yeah, he's going to counterattack at Rook, which will stop all the rest of his actions. Let's see if he does better this time. No, those are terrible rolls. So he just stops there. Purple, though, is going to go, I guess, 3, 4, because he wants to be as close as he can. Okay, he's going to attack also. Wow, what the heck? These are like the worst results on these dice. Then he's going to start moving away. Rook will counterattack. Break attack. Yeah, because he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Nightingale can also do it. The guy will try to dodge Rook's attack terribly. Okay, so he gets no bonus, but Rook will probably still miss. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, good job, Rook. The guy also had terrain, so Rook just barely hits. And yeah, he can just turn 2 shields into damage, so he'll do 2 damage to the guy total. Yay. And then he'll continue past Nightingale. Does she want to attack him? Honestly, I'd rather, because she might miss, I'd rather let the Gavaden attack Zeke, because Zeke's better at dodging. So yeah, Zeke will use his Hoodie of Deflection and get his black die. Ooh, that was nice. So he's got +4 defense with his bonus, which means the guy needs a 14 to hit. And now watch, suddenly he'll roll the best thing ever. Nope. 12. That was closer. That's a 9. Wow. So now with the Hoodie, Zeke can attack. The Gavaden already uses once per turn dodge. And he didn't dodge. Yeah, he didn't dodge successfully to get the courage, because he clearly has damage there. So there's just a straight up attack. Oh my gosh. So that's, yep, neither of those can use Zeke's bonus. Oh, and now, first time each turn he'll counterattack, right? Because he didn't counterattack. Yes, so he will counterattack on Zeke. And Zeke cannot dodge this time. He has no actions left. He has none of his items unexhausted that let him. God, terrible rolls. Yay, Zeke's alive. All right, well, big and busy first turn. Things should go a little bit faster now, but hey, whoosh, 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 whoosh. All of the treasure we're supposed to rescue is just floating down the way. Oh, and I should have checked. Yeah, nobody, I think, can see past this rock to see the blue totem yet. Okay, so let's get to round 2. Hey, everybody, I took a break before starting round 2, and I was reviewing the rules, and I think I had the up to within thing wrong. What I was doing didn't really make much sense to me, which is why I checked. And yeah, so within basically means that if they're already in range, they won't move at all. Whereas up to means they want to be at the max range. So like if it says at up to range 4 and they were closer, they would move away to be at range 4. So it's kind of hard to rewind everything. Clearly this guy wouldn't have been next to Rook, so Rook wouldn't have gotten a break attack, but Rook didn't hurt him anyway. But I think the counterattack made him stay, so he probably would have gotten... I don't know. The big thing is I know that this guy would not be next to Zeke. He would have stopped right here to be in range 2 of him. So for now, we'll just leave it there. I think, yeah, their turn would have been worse, but I don't want to try to rewind everything. So now we get to the part of the game that's pretty swingy, which is the initiative draw, because the enemies might go first and destroy us. Now, there is a variant in the rule book where you just leave the initiative from round to round, which, of course, lowers the swinginess some. That's what we got. We got Zeke, the Nightingale, and then the Gavaldens, great, and then Rook, and then the Frigg. Okay, great. Remy, the one who is most in place to kill the bugs, is last after them. Okay, which means Zeke is first, and here's how a regular turn works. You get 3 AP, although you max out at 5, so let's say like Zeke already had 3, he would go up to 5, but not get more than that. Everything becomes unexhausted, but not things that have been used once per encounter. And yeah, what the heck does he want to do? So the Gavalden near him has 16 life left, whereas the orange Fragor has 6 and will probably die from the... Well, no, not probably. Will maybe die from the poison, but not great odds. Yeah, I think you should definitely try to attack the orange guy first. Okay, so here's Zeke's first attack. That's not good. Oh, wait, hold on. He can flip one, right? This is the lowest. So that would be an 8 and a 3, which would barely hit. It would be... They don't have any green, right? No. It would be a star and a shield, which for the crossbow would be 3 damage, which would leave the guy with 3 life left, which would give him a 2/3 chance of being killed by the poison. So sure, let's do that and get 3 damage on the guy. And I guess that's it for actions I want to take. I said I don't want to move because of the bulbs. Now, do I want to pull somebody, unexhaust my crossbow, and pull again? It seems like I do. That's 2 force 10 pulls, range 4. So I could pull the red guy 1, 2, 3, 4, and give Remy a free hit on him. Sure, let's try it. Okay, the first try on the red one. Nope, he easily blocks 10, and then we'll unexhaust it and try it again with the hour thing. Yay! So pull 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Remy will get a free attack on him. That barely hits. Yeah, barely hits. Which means her courage is still active. Oh, which means Rook is going to get another SP he doesn't even need. Okay. But yeah, she's got 3 shields, but it's 2. But it's 2 for +2 physical damage, so the third one does nothing. Ooh, but at the time of the attack, because the guy counts as being back there, she had 2 people adjacent, so it's 4 damage. And that was the red one. All right. Oh, that's right. She has to roll for poison on that guy, too. That's also 10 force. So poison all of these dudes. That's going to do it. Yes. Okay, next up is Nightingale. And if she gets within 4 range of a bulb, she can't use magic. Oh, man, but look, she's right next to the stupid Gavalden now that I undid his too close movement. Because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she needs to like move 2 away to not get magic stopped by that guy. Yeah, I want to get her away from the Gavalden so I can use magic, but without taking a break attack. I do have this option. It's once per encounter, and it's kind of a waste. This lets you push somebody that is... Yeah, all adjacent opponents are pushed 1 space, which would get this guy out of my immediate vicinity. But it's also like something you can use to push people into cliffs and stuff and like kill them immediately. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and use it. So that's a free action before she gets all the rest of her stuff. And that's force 11. So hopefully, beautiful. He fails. And push has to all be in one direction. Let's push him here, because I think their weakest activation is when they're within range 2, within reach of somebody. Okay, now she needs to get out of range 4 of these jerks, these little bulbs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she like moves over here. That would be okay, and she'd still be within range 4 of the Gavaldens to attack them. So it does mean, unfortunately, she needs to move for one of her actions. Rook's going to grab the treasure chest, right? Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do things. So let's go like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's still in range. We still can't see the blue totem. It's just above there. Okay, let's try to do a big hit on the purple Gavalden. That's the one who's already damaged. So I forgot about my infection last time. So I'm going to use that and give her 1 damage, which her bodysuit can heal later, hopefully, to have her organic liquefy only cost 1 action. And then she could boost its effectiveness, or she could wait, and then if she rolls really well, use the extra SP to do the extra teal die of damage and really mess the guy up. Let's go for that and hope for a good roll. So she's got 6 plus a teal. Okay, another 6. That's 12. And he's rolling white and teal. Seems like a pretty good chance he'll fail. So I'm going to have her spend her last action point to use the staff and be ready to do more damage to the guy. Come on, don't get a 12. Yes, okay. Oh, wow, that was close. 11. All right, so he's taking... I get to roll his conviction, so I'll roll that. So he's taken 4. Well, that's not too bad. And then because she used the rod's power, another 5, so that's 9. And then let's really go to town and deal her 2 irreducible damage to use the bonus on each of her spells, which does double her highest level, so 4 more. So that's 13. Wow. And all this is like non-dodgeable magic damage, which is what we like to do. So 13 leaves him at 15 out of 18. Beautiful. All right, and she's still got her free gore shot. She hits with this one, she can boost it and he'll be dead, although chances of that are a little bit... Oh, wow, that's a good roll. So that's a 13 for him to defend against. Okay, never mind. I thought this was... Oh my gosh, he just barely missed again. All right. See, our gore shot, I forget if I used this last turn. It does 2 damage automatically, and again, she can deal herself 2 damage to do 4 more, which would be 6, and that's... Yeah, he only has 3 life left, but I don't want to leave him alive, so let's go ham and do it all. Although now she's at 5 damage, a little bit rough. But yeah, that's one of those guys done. And we get loot again, just 5. Oh, and I didn't even realize they were about to activate, so that was even better than I thought. Okay, so the 1 Gavaldon goes. Okay, we'll get it right this time. So there's not an opponent adjacent, but there is an opponent within reach 2, which again I think is their weakest activation. So he's going to make an attack within reach 2, and then if he hits, whether he does damage or not, he's going to follow up to pull them 2 spaces towards him. Oh, which will actually be pretty annoying if Rook can't get the treasure chest anymore. All right, so even though Rook's not great at dodging, he does have an extra action because Remy's early attack gave him 1 from her, whatever it was, the break attack that Zeke gave her. So he's going to go ahead and spend 1 to dodge. And that's a big fat nothing. He has no bonuses, so it's just 0. Now our friend here is going to attack, and that definitely hits. Rook is 10 defense. He does have 4 armor, though, so let's see. They get, 1 armor piercing for each book. So it's 11. So he's 1 over, 1 more from the shield. Oh, minus 2 armor. So actually, no, he does not deal any damage. But he still gets to do his follow-up because he at least hit. So it's force 11. Rook's trying to get pulled. And every hero starts with 2 purples, the weakest dice for conviction, but then you can have upgrades. So Rook's Ghost Canister gives him orange for 1 die, and Fate Engine gives him a white for another. He's trying to get an 11 or more. That's way more than enough, so he is not pulled by the guy. That was a pretty fabulous turn. Rook's up, and then the Fragors are going. Can he get in there? I don't know. I really want him to get the treasure chest and maybe start hitting that guy, or maybe you should run for the other chest before it goes away. But I got to imagine some more people are going to spawn there. So maybe we just try to get 2 out of the 4 chests and let the other ones fall off the cliff. Well, either way, he's at full SP, max of 5, and he has his 2 healing things, although we've been super lucky. No one's really gotten hurt yet. And at least where he's currently located, yeah, he does have line of sight to this thing, whereas if he moved here, he wouldn't be able to see either of them, and I think they wouldn't affect him anymore for the thing. But first, let's spend 1 SP and get the chest. It is the yellow one, and the game has this kind of stuff where you have to use a little viewer. What's that say? Gain 2 random consumables. What'd I get? You shuffle the common and mundane ones together. I got 2 healing items, one of which also gives somebody an extra action point for the turn. Now, I didn't mention them, but all of us have some of these basic things, like throwing knives. You can throw at people for auto damage. Oh, I probably should have used some of those on the Fragor. Didn't even think about it until just now. But yeah, he can hold up to 4. Most people can only hold up to 3. So when you get things that you can't hold, you can immediately put it in your pack, which can hold up to 3 items. And then for a 1 SP re-equip action, I could swap those in and stuff. So for now, I'll just hang on to him. Okay, then he could do his big spell attack on the red guy twice. Oh, no, he can't. That's right, because he's too close to the thing. Well, here, let's use his Ghost Canister for that free 1 move. And actually, he's got an awesome item, so I do want to be next to this guy, and that breaks line of sight to the buds, which should mean that he's good to go. Yes, here's the thing I wanted to use. Maw of the Warden. I can roll the black die, exhausted, and deal an adjacent opponent that much physical damage. Oh, equal to the number of shields rolled. So it's max of 4. Might not do anything, but doesn't hurt. All right, here we go. That was terrible. Dang it. Okay, so 0 damage for that. What else? Well, I guess he might as well use Proof of Divinity because it's free and give it to... You can't double up conditions like this. He can only see Nightingale, so we'll give it to her. Although it only affects attacks, not spells, so not that she'll be using it anytime soon. And then, yeah, he's going to try to plink the dude with his Courage Stifle twice, I think. Well, let's see how the first one goes. Okay, so he's casting, +6. It's only a 10. Gavaldon easily dodges that one. Yeah, let's go for it one more time with his second action. Come on. 10 again. It's not going to be hard to dodge. Oh, man, we almost got him. Might have been smarter for me to spend an extra action and boost them with more books, but no such luck. Okay, so no damage from him to the Gavaldon. Now it's our fraggly friends, the Fragors. I don't like them. Okay, so red is first. They're poisoned. 1 damage. Oh, man, I hope we roll better than that for the other one. All right, let's see. He does not have anybody adjacent. There are opponents within range 6, so against the farthest opponent within range. But the tree's in the way, so yeah, he can only shoot at her, and his own friend's going to be in the way, so that's -1. Good. Does she want to dodge or anything? She does have 2 actions left. Sure, I guess I'll try to dodge. And dang it, so she doesn't even get the +1. That was great. Now he does hit. She's got, the same 10 defense everybody else does. Now her hoodie also gives her +2 defense against range attacks. Oh, and that's right. He's -1 for his friends, so that barely hits. And wait. Yeah, they're just +1 from shield. So actually she blocks all of the damage. Pretty cool. Although she can't counterattack because he's not next to her. But he still puts a bulb on her, although she can just use her little thing that doesn't provoke break attacks to try to get away. Boop, there we go. All right, and then can it move adjacent to an opponent? Yeah, and then move to be adjacent to as many opponents as possible, then deal a purple die of physical damage to the Fragor and all adjacent figures. Huh. Okay, this one's pretty funny because you can move here to be next to Zeke or here to move next to Nightingale. He only moves 4, so he can't get next to more than people. Zeke's furthest ahead in initiative order, which means he can go here and also blow up purple because they're both next to it. So yeah, let's see what he does to everybody. 1 damage. We're rolling a lot of 1s here. All right, so he's at 6. Orange is at 10. So again, super good chance he's dead when he tries to activate. And Zeke takes his first damage. All right, next up is purple. And yeah, no opponent adjacent. Clearly an opponent that is within range 6. And I guess Remy will dodge again. I don't know what the right call is here. You know what? She's not hurt yet. Let's just tank it and hope that doesn't go too badly. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely bad. He is shooting through green, so he needs an 11 to hit. So he beat that by 2. 3, 4, 5, -2 for armor. Only 3 damage. That's okay. Then he puts another bulb down. I don't know. I guess that would kind of be the worst for us because it's sort of in the middle of everywhere we want to go. And then he can't get adjacent to her because leaving green costs 2, so that'd be 2, 4. But he does want to move towards the nearest opponent, so yeah, that'll be it for him. And then orange tries to overcome the poison. Oh my gosh. Wow. Good thing he took that extra damage. He is done. Now, importantly, these guys have the swarm keyword up here. That means that each time you kill one, you don't get anything. You only get a loot card when the entire group of, in this case, 3 are defeated. All right, and the last person for the turn is Remy. She needs to get all of this stuff back. She's got 4 actions, but she is covered in bulbs. She could use her Ocean Cutter to move diagonally, but that would trigger all the bulbs, or she could use her Ghost Canister to do some tricky stuff here. Because you can move up to 2 without break attacks if you spend an SP. So she could get here, get in, flanking position with Zeke. Although, no, actually, she isn't because he's equipped with a melee weapon, so never mind. So with that being the case, let's just use the Ghost Canister to move there without triggering break attacks to disturb the bulbs. And now time to go a little crazy. Let's start with Blade Works. Unfortunately, Mage Breaker does not work because these guys can't cast spells. All right, so we got 2 teal. We get a bonus shield if we hit, and the guy's got, he's not on green. Yeah, nice, he moved off green, so we just need an 11. That is a good hit. So that's 14. So 3 over, we get a free shield from Courage, and the star is 2, and we're getting +1 for an adjacent person, so hold on. So 3 for being over, 5, 7 for the 2 pairs of shields, 9 for the star, 10 for the Ocean Cleaver. Y'all just ain't got it. Oh my gosh. Oh, and that's right. We got to roll to see if he resists the poison, because then he's probably dead anyway. And he doesn't. So he's poisoned too. So thing is, I still don't want her to move because she'll still set off all those bulbs. Because otherwise, I could have her fly over here. But even if she flew, her first space still counts for break attack, so she'd still set off that bulb, and she'd still get attacked by that dude. But he's actually got too many actions at the moment. So yeah, let's just have her do a regular attack again. As long as she hits, I think purple is dead. Gosh, man. I was about to use my Ocean Cleaver to reroll. I mean, that's definitely death, right? Even without counting all the symbols. So yep, purple's gone. And she'll stop there, but next turn, she can use her item to move away from the bulb safely, and then maybe try to fly and get that loot before it's gone past the slippery rocks, even if she triggers some other bad stuff. All right, so yeah, I'm not too worried about the Fragors, because probably at least one of them will be dead from poison. Oh, that's right. Never mind. There's only... Yeah, we killed one. There's only one left. And there's only one Gavaldin, so until more people spawn, we're in a pretty decent spot. Okay, let's see. Okay, Rook, Nightingale, the one Fragor, Remy's... Gosh, that was a terrible draw for them. Okay, let's go. All right, so Rook's still sitting next to our doggy buddy. He's only got 3 actions because nobody got to do a courage attack before he went. So first he'll bite with his mouth again, and then he'll try to cast his spell. And this time let's boost it with 1 action so it has a better chance of getting through. Okay, so first the mouth attack. 1 damage from the shield. Then the boosted spell, we're looking for books. I mean, that's something. That's 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12, and the Gavaldin... Gosh darn it. All right. Well, the magic, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's definitely a swingier proposition than melee attack sometimes. Okay, and then Rook will, I think, use his Ghost Canister to sidle over here without a break attack, because again, those guys, their weakest activation is their 2 range 1. Okay, Nightingale is up. She gets 3 action points. Her bodysuit heals 1. She can spend more actions to heal more, but she didn't have any because that happens before she gets her actions for the turn. Oh, I forgot to slide all the treasures. I just realized. Oh my gosh, they're so far. Should Nightingale try to grab that one? I mean, I think we're in a pretty solid place. And the question is, she could get 1 or Nightingale could get 1. Because if she gets here to grab it or here, she can definitely... Well, actually, yeah... Yeah, I think she can still see it, like sort of cutting around the corner there. But can she even reach there? Leaving water is 2. So it would be 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. So yeah, if she spent 2 of her actions, she'd have 1 action left to grab things. She would have nothing left to deal with any enemies that popped up. Now, a lot of missions are like multi-map missions. I think this one is just this. I don't think we're like delving deeper. So yeah, whatever. If she gets her face kicked in afterwards, that's fine. So yeah, she'll do 1, 3, 4... 5, 7, so she does need to spend an extra action. She has 1 left. And immediately we resolve the blue totem before we try to grab that thing. Hidden behind a rock, an Earth Loa turns to look in your direction. Spawn an Earth Loa on the space this totem occupied. Okay, single giant golem is not the thing you want to see sometimes, but, you know, it could have been worse. Could have been 2 Earth Loas. And here they are. They got 30 life. They're kind of slow. If she can get the treasure chest and just get out of dodge, she might be okay. So yeah, she'll spend her last action to grab the loot before it goes. Red. Read the hidden text for the red objective. Uh-oh. You pull the waterlogged chest from the river and begin to open it. You and all adjacent adventurers must make a lore 10 check. Okay, let's see what happens. So checks are 2 purple dice plus your relevant skill. Nightingale is actually not the worst in the party. She's got a 3, so I need a 7. I got it. The adventurer passes. They remember learning about this type of trap back in school. Realizing what's about to happen, they dive away as the chest explodes. All figures on or adjacent to this token who failed their lore check are dealt 2 purple dice of magic damage. All right, so that means I also have to roll for the Earth Loa, and for them, they always pass any test unless they roll a skull, so it's pretty... Oh, okay. So was it 2 purple dice worth of damage? 4 out of 30. I don't think he's sweating that too much. All right, I'll summarize the rest because it's kind of hard to see this red on the camera. And holy crud, we have discovered an entire underground cavern with 6 deadly cave sickles waiting for us. I gotta set this all up, hold on. All right, so yeah, this is the hole made by the chest exploding. If you go in there, it leads to this lake. The current's going that way. These are pits of death, but you can try to jump over them, and something's going to happen when we see purple. The green one is apparently a way out. There's 6 cave sickles down there. I got to roll for Nightingale, a 10 agility check. She's got crazy good agility, 5. So she does not fall in. Except actually she kind of will anyway, because in a second she's going to have the current push her in there. She has no way to get out of the way. Darn it. Well, she might as well use Gore Shot on the Earth Loa before she falls in. So her cast is 12 total. He's got white and teal conviction. Doesn't do anything. So there you go. This is super fun. She gets currented over here, which means the Earth Loa gets to hit her for free as a break attack. Then she'll fall in here, and then all 6 of the Cava sickles will try to get her. I guess I'll put her in like this corner here. It seems like maybe the safest place to be. So first, the Earth Loa's attack. He's getting +2 from stars, +1 from shields. He's got 2 teal. None of this is good. Okay, he misses. Phew. But now, fun, by the main rules, anyone who spawns during the turn goes immediately after the person. There's another variant where if you find that too swingy or challenging, you can play the variant where they go to the back of the line. But yeah, the Earthlow is going to go, and then all the Cave Sickles. Earthlow, what you got? He's hulking, which means he can't be like pushed or pulled by effects. He's going to give the Gavaldin a barrier, which adds +1 to their armor because they can see them. Then there's not more than one opponent. Can it reach somebody to attack for 2? Crud, I think it can. It's got only 4 movements, so it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Now it is at least going over a negative space. All right, Rook, you can take this, buddy. You got this. 11 hits, and then plus the shields makes it 13, but Rook's got 14 armor. Sorry, 10 defense plus 4 armor, so he's fine. But he can't counter because the guy's too far away. All right, now, good lord, the Cave Sickles. I kind of feel like Nightingale's going to maybe die, and that's maybe... Oh, crud, I forgot I'm supposed to reveal purple and do that the second she can see it. Pause for a second. Okay, it's just a dead adventurer with 3 consumables if I use an action next to him. That's certainly my priority. But yeah, I was going to say, if Nightingale just gets killed, which is, sad, but not the worst, then I don't need to care about the Cave Sickles at all because they aren't a requirement to win the mission, and we never have to go in here and go down here. So they can just live there if she gets murdered. All right, so the Cave Sickles are pretty much going to all do the same thing. Oh, actually, maybe I should... No, I guess it's okay. Yeah, so if they're adjacent, they try to make 3 melee attacks in a row. If they're at range 4, they make a a range attack, then move to be next to me, and then make a melee attack, and then also try to poison me. And otherwise, they just try to be in up to 4 range. Big thing is they don't pay extra movement, so they can move 6 because of basically no matter what. They don't care about terrain or allies. And the more Cave Sickles within SOI, within 4 range, the better all their stats get, including their defense. Wonderful. All right, so this is going to just be a world of pain. All right, so he wants to be up to range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that would do it. Okay, for all this, their dice are double orange. Oh, crud, they're not double orange because he's got 1, 2, 3 friends in range. So we actually got double teal boosted. That's not good. And she's got 10 defense, so he's got her by 1, and 2 armor. And then they get +1 from shields and stars. So that's, oh my gosh. Okay, beat her by 1. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. -2 armor. So she's got 6. She was already hurt, so that leaves her at 10. By the way, does anybody wish that I'd let that chest go? I wish I had let that chest go. Okay, Lord help us. Next is purple. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. Now I guess he needs to be 1 closer. 3. He's got the same number in range. Oh, good. Automatic miss from that. Hooray. Next is orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's also doing the same thing. Beautiful. Another miss. Now we get to the next group. Turquoise goes over here to shoot at her. And another miss. Whew. Now, are these guys already in range? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so pink is... Green is not. So he wants to move to be within 4 range, which means he's going to jump over the dangerous terrain. I roll a die, the black die, and if they roll the skull, they just die. So, hey, I have a small chance of not being executed here. So I guess 1, 2, 3 would get them there. Okay, here's his jump check. He didn't die. And everyone's in range of him. So he's got the max attack value, which is a crud ton. Oh my gosh. It's 15. Okay, here's what we're doing here. Once per encounter, she can use her barbed breastplate to ignore all physical damage dealt to me by an attack. So I'm not even going to count how much damage that was. We're just going to use this. Okay, and then pink makes a ranged attack because he's already within range 4. Then he moves to be adjacent, then he's going to make another attack. So he's only got 1 person boosting his first attack. So that's a little bit less bad. Now he still hits me for 1, 2, 3, 4. So -2, 2 damage. Then he's going to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, please just fall on the cliff. Please just freaking get out of here. Okay. I mean, that could have been the death thing. So now at least she has a chance to get to green and just get out of dodge. I don't know. Oh, and I forgot. I don't think she gets affected by the current at the end of her turn because she already got sucked in by the current to land here in the first place. But they will all go toward the pit. And this guy, they are smart enough not to get themselves set up for an instant kill. So I think he would move there and then go there, I think. I want to treat them somewhat intelligently. I'm pretty sure despite that luck, Nightingale's still dead. But we're going to have the Fragors go, then Remy and Zeke, and then the Gavaldin. Okay. If he gets a 6 or a 7, 1/3 chance. He's just dead. Nope, that's a 3. Okay, so he's at 9 out of 12, and he is adjacent to Zeke. So he's going to make an attack against the opponent with the most damage, adjacent, and then might disease him. But let's be optimistic here and hope that the guy just dies, because Zeke's going to do Hoodie of Deflection to dodge and counterattack the entire thing, hopefully. Here's the dodge, and Zeke can remember reroll once, and he's going to reroll that. That's good. So +4. So he's a 14 defense right now. All right, come on. Dang it. That didn't go great. So what is this, even with 14? So it's 1 over hitting, and then they just care about shield. So 2, 3, 4, 5. He does not have any bonus against adjacent attacks. All right, so that was a bummer. And now he's got a Force 11 disease coming at him. And yikes, with how I have him equipped, he's only got white and purple. That's not enough. What's disease? You may not have positive effects or remove damage or other effects. Okay, so he can't be healed by Rook. Great. Okay, now dude's gonna do a range 6 attack against the farthest opponent, which will be Remy. So I guess she'll go and use her hoodie as well. And dang it, nothing good. And then this guy, gosh, rolling really good, you last Fragor, aren't you? And you only have like 2 life left. 13. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to her. But this one is a range attack, so her armor applies. She only takes 4, which still leaves her like half dead. Oh, he puts another friggin' bulb down on her space. There's just so many of those fun things. Well, that's right. And then it wants to move adjacent and blow itself up. So who's farthest in initiative? Can't get to Rooks. Yeah, it's going to actually go to Remy, which means that it does give a break attack, not to the bulbs or whatever they're called, because they are only affected there, or they ignore break attacks. But from Zeke, he gets a chance. Come on, Zeke boy. You got this. You don't? I don't think you have this. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, that is the lowest. This guy's freaking dead. Kill the messenger. Flips to an 8 and 8. Yeah, that's way more than enough damage. So the last Fragor dies before he gets a chance to blow up on Remy. And we get 10 gold from the group. Nice. Which means now Remy and Zeke have free reign to attack the Gavaudin or the Earth Loa. So I think maybe Remy should just go for the... I really want to go for that treasure even less now after what just happened. All right, so Remy's got 5 actions. She's going to use 1 to double use her Ghost Canister. I move twice without break attacks, which gets me out of range of that. And then she'll use a move action to go 2, just a regular one, 4, 5. Oh, wait, can she see the thing from there? Because if she can, then I'm just going to say, forget it. No. Yeah, I just want to never look at that red if I can help it, so I'm just going to go there. And then for a third action, leaving her with 2 more, she's going to get the blue loot. Please don't blow up. Inside this chest, you find just 20 gold. Yay, that's nice and simple. Okay, now this one should be interesting. It's Zeke's turn, and guess what he does not have? One of those nice, fun things that Remy does to just, dodge around and stuff. Oh, I forgot I gave him this. Look at this. Smoke Bomb. You do not provoke break attacks until end of turn. Heck yes, I will use that. Bye-bye. That's a free action, so now he'll move, I guess, like that to just be able to shoot that guy. And yeah, he's going to do an attack. He's going to use his True Flight arrows. If I exhaust it before I make an attack, they can't dodge, which avoids their first attack dodge thing they do. Now, they do have +1 armor from the barrier the Loa cast on them. But besides that, they've got 12 defense. Come on, you got this, buddy. You got this. You don't got this. That's not the lowest result. And that's not the lowest result. They're both the second from the lowest results. Well, wonderful. But at least the guy didn't dodge. He missed his first free dodge. So now I'll use my aligning machine to do another attack because I missed. All right. Come on, buddy. You got the... Oh, actually, wait. Is that good? That is good, isn't it? I'm using my Kill the Messenger bloop to flip it. And he's got 3 armor, so I will exhaust my crossbow, not to pull somebody, but to get +3 armor piercing. So what have I got? I've got 1 for each shield and 2 for the star. So 15 minus 12 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not bad. And again, I did ignore his 1 armor. All right. And now last for the turn is the Gavaudin, and I'm guessing that he wants a little bit of revenge. So there is an opponent within reach 2. So he's going to attack Rook and then try to pull him in to say hi. Rook's got no actions. That's right. Remy didn't hit anybody this turn, and Zeke is not courageous. So Rook didn't get any bonus actions to dodge or whatever. That's enough. So that's 2 to hit. Or no, the green is in the way. So 1. He's 1 over. And then he's going to pierce 2 of Rook's armor. So it's 1 damage, minus 2 armor. He's at -1, and then +1 for each shield. Okay, so just 1 damage overall. That's basically nothing. That's Rook's first damage, though. He's a tank. Now, he does try to pull Rook in, though, with an 11 force, and he does. And it's pull 2, so I guess he would go like that. You don't get break attacks against people that are being moved by your own effects, but like if the Earthlow had been up here, then the pull would have let him get an extra attack on him. All right. Okay, once again, this should be fun. Oh, well, the Fragors are gone, aren't they? Because, well, I think Nightingale's going to be dead even if she goes before the guys. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Rook's first, that's cool. Then Zeke, that's great. And Remy, where's Nightingale? Oh, there's some cave sickles. Oh my god, yeah, she's so super dead. And then the Earthloa, and then, yeah. It's okay. Losing one person is going to end us the mission or anything. Okay, so Rook's first. The dude's already next to him, so he's ready to use his little biting shield thing. So let's go ahead and do that first. 0, although the armor would have stopped 1 anyway. Ooh, yeah. Here we go. Magic Ball. Remove an effect from an ally within SOI. Zeke is within SOI, so let's go ahead and take care of his disease, which will then let Rook use Proof of Divinity to give him courage. And then additionally, let's use one of Rook's heals to make Zeke fully healed. And that would cost an action, except because of Mend, it is free when he heals somebody else. Okay, Rook, but what are you going to do for yourself? I already did the Maw. So, yeah, let's do Courage Stifle once. Maybe boost it again, see if it works better this time. Here we go. Okay, that's 6 with the 1 book. So that's 12. Come on, buddy. Hey, we finally affected him. So that is 8 automatic damage. And it's magic damage, so the barrier doesn't help. So what is that? He's at 9 plus 8, 17. He has 1 hit point left. Come on. And then what should Rook do? I think I'm going to use my Ghost Canister just to like move right in here so that the Earthloa... Wait, does the Earthloa do anything worse? No, only if he is adjacent to somebody, he does some extra things. Okay, and then Zeke is next. Oh, and that's Rook also got out of the way, so Zeke could get a cleaner shot. All right, so Zeke just needs to do a very basic attack here, so he'll spend 2 to shoot. And then he'll use his arrow to cancel the guy's dodge. All right, so 12 and he's dead. 12 and he's dead. That's more than enough. Yep, so that guy's dead. Didn't have to use my armor piercing or anything, which is good, because that Earthlow is still sitting there. And what do we get? 7 more gold. There are cooler things in the loot deck, like you get items from the enemies. By the way, I am super amazed that I never triggered any of these things. It'd be awesome. I mean, I don't know how to do this because he would have to be on the other side, but if he could like pull the Earthloa into all of them with his crossbow. Well, that's right. The guy is he has the hulking stat, which means that he can't be pulled or pushed. Oh, well, it was a fun idea. Okay, so the Earthloa is the only thing that's a real threat because I'm not planning to go mess with the cave sickles. And Zeke's only got 2 actions left, so I guess he might as well hang out because he can't shoot, or I guess he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he could shoot the Earthloa from here, but he'd be shooting through his friend and through bad terrain. Yeah, let's just save his actions for next turn and try to get a better shot. Okay, then finally Remy is up. Now I do want someone to try to pull this thing out, this weapon that's sitting over here. Remy can fly right over here because otherwise it could crumble and send her to instant death. But I guess I could like try to kill the Earth guy first, or maybe... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gosh, it would cost a lot of actions to get over there. Well, actually, not quite as many. She can use her Ghost Chain to move 1. Then, yeah, she'll spend 2, 3 actions to get 9 flying movement. I think that's enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yay! And red thing, we're never going to talk to you. Get out of here. Okay, then she has to make a 10 strength check. She'll also spend an encounter action. She's got 4 strength. You got this, Remy. You got this. She does got. Whoa, that was a good roll. Okay, and another hard-to-read thing. You pull at the blade with all your might. It slowly slides out of the dirt, and you hold up triumphantly. Oh, suddenly the ground beneath gives way. Place a dangerous terrain token on the place your figure occupied and place your figure on an adjacent space. Then make a lower 12 check. If you fail this check, you don't realize how unstable the ground is. The weapon slips from your hand and plummets out of your reach as you stumble to more solid footing. If you pass, you anticipated the ground could give way. Gain a random common weapon with the sword, axe, or knife tag. Okay, now I'm really glad I sent the flying person there because there's a pit there. She gets to move adjacent, so I guess I can be where the sword was without being on the slippery place. Then it was a 12 agility. She's got 6. There we go. And she gets a straight shiv. It's worth 40 to buy, but only 10 when you sell it, I think, for common items. She's got backstab, which she's already got from her punch dagger. Oh, she can throw it once per encounter for an orange die of damage. That's pretty cool. And then she can move if she backstabs. Yeah, I think the dagger she already has is fine, but she can sell it later. That's cool. But for now, she's just stuck over there. You know who else is stuck? in hell is a nightingale. So, God. Yeah, let's see how many attacks she can survive. She's got 6 life left. No actions to dodge. It's going to be great. So first was 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be turquoise, then light green guy. And they're each going to do a range attack, then move adjacent, then do a melee attack and try to poison her. And they're all ultra boosted by a billion guys in their line of sight. Okay, first one. Maybe last one. Okay, that does barely hit, but it's adding 5 damage. So she had... Okay, yeah, she is still alive. She has 1 hit point left. Then he says hello and attacks her again before trying to poison. Yeah, she's done. Okay, there we go. She is defeated. We'll go dig up her body from that cavern later. Well, the nice thing, though, is that now we don't have to worry about any of this crud because we're not going down there and they're not coming up. And again, they aren't required for the mission. Okay, but the Earth Low, we still got to defeat him, then we're done. And there's no ally adjacent. He can't give anyone barrier. Yeah, he says another ally. He can't barrier himself. Can it move and attack an opponent within reach 2? Yes. So be within reach 2. It's already there, so it doesn't move at all. Oh, and then it will push them and paralyze them. Did I do that last time? I don't know. Anyway, this would be fun. Yeah, definitely need to check that because Rook, I think, blocked all the attack with armor, but I don't know if the guy actually missed. So here we go. That's not good. So Rook has 10 defense, yeah. So he's taken... Oh, green is in the way. So it's 1 over 2, 3, 4. So all his armor does block it, but yeah, he still needs to... he gets push 3 no matter what. Oh, and inflict paralyze force 12. So is the push also... I think all of that is force 12. So Rook will defend. Oh, he defended. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I did that last time. It doesn't feel familiar. Okay, and that's the end of the round. We got to beat this bad boy. Let's see if Remy can get back in time. Oh, Earthlow is first. Wonderful. He's going to get to hit Rook right away. Second verse, same as the first. Here's my fist. Okay, that's a bad roll. That's not going to hurt Rook, but it is a hit, even with the -1 from the green. So once again, Rook is trying not to be paralyzed, and he is this time. Darn it. Is there anything I can do to stop that? No. So Rook gets pushed 3, whichever direction makes most sense, which is this way. And Paralyze is terrible because you may not make actions or use abilities on your next turn, but it's also not so bad because after 1 turn of it, you are immune from paralysis for the rest of the mission, so it's only going to affect him this 1 time. And Rook was first, so he'll just build up 3 action points. He had 0, so yeah, actually, he only lost really 1 action point in the wash. Okay, next is Zeke. And there is nowhere easy for him to get away from getting the 1 penalty for the green, so I guess he'll just attack for where he is. He's got 5 actions. I'm going to go ahead and use 3 of them to attack with the black die to try to punch through this armor as much as I can. And so he's got 11 defense with the green hindering terrain. Ooh, that was a good roll. I can't flip it, can I? Nah, 3 is the lowest. Okay. So, very good roll with the shields. So we got 12, which is 1 over his defense. And then 2 for the star, 1 for the shield. So 1 over, 3 over, 4 over, 5 over, 6 over, 7 over. And we'll exhaust the crossbow for 3 armor piercings. So he has 5 armor, so we get 5 damage through. Oh, this guy's a tank. Now we'll exhaust the bow to let the crossbow, that's its passive ability, unexhaust, so we can armor pierce again. And then he'll shoot again with his last 2 actions, because he hasn't used his cool mitigating abilities yet. Oh, maybe he's not going to. Yeah, okay. So 11 does hit, even with the terrain, which unfortunately means I can't use my machine to reroll, even though I'd kind of prefer to. And even with the armor piercing, 11 with the terrain barely hits. 2 shields would get 2 more damage. Yeah, so even with armor piercing, we wouldn't hurt him, so I'm just not going to use it. That was a totally wasted set of actions there. All right, we need Remy to get in here and do some, like, backstabbing. So let's have her fly. She's got 4 actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then she can use her little, her ghost canister thing to move 1 more. Now, she's only got 2 armor piercing, so unless she can get some backstabbing going on, she's going to have a hard time actually hurting this guy. But the hope is that she goes before him next turn, and that somebody else goes and can get on the other side. So let's do Blade Works for a free attack and then maybe stop there. Maybe we can if we can get a poison on him, that would be amazing. Because that's free damage every turn, bypassing his armor. Let's go. Okay, that is enough to hit, because she's not affected by green terrain. But I guess, yeah, if this is the only attack she's doing this turn, she'll use her Ocean Cleaver to reroll the 3. Yeah, because that's literally the worst that she could have done. That's slightly better. Okay, so she's got 11, so that's 1. +2 from the shield, so that's 3. And then +1 physical damage because the guy's next to her, so that's 4. And then the armor piercing, but 3 more armor remains. So she got 1 damage through. Yay. But hey, we got him to 10 out of 30, and we got a chance to poison him. He's got to roll against 10. Yeah, right. Oh, that was awesome. I thought I'd have to try a few times. So he is poison. That's something. Oh, I forgot about her courage, which does give my other guy an extra action. That's cool. Oh, that's right. He was paralyzed, if that's not mattering much. I'm going to save the rest of her attacks and her free attack from this fight drive until next turn, when hopefully I can get somebody to help her flank him. Yeah, let's see if that'll happen here. And okay, that's good. Dang it. Because Rook can get next to her, but then the Earthlow is going to push them both back. Yeah, so he's immune to paralysis now, and he's up to 5 actions. Okay, now the Earthlow only does automatic damage to people and pushes them. Or sorry, not automatic. They get a save if there are 2 people adjacent. So we don't need to get Rook adjacent yet. He can just focus on using his magic. Oh, and speaking of magic, I hope I didn't cheat. Oh, no, he got pushed a ton. Yeah, because these things would stop him from using it. So he'll use one of his 4 actions to get to where he can actually do stuff. Right there seems fine. Or no, can he still? Yeah, maybe you can still see the thing there. So let's go 2 more. That way he's definitely far away from those. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. He'll use his last healing token on Remy. Gets her back down to only 1 damage because she's probably about to get beat upon by that rock guy. And then this guy doesn't have the best defense against magic, so we'll just try to use straight up his courage stifle. Everybody already has courage. Well, except I guess himself he can give courage to, sure. All right, so first spell, that's a 9. Probably not enough. Nope. And second spell, that's a 9 as well. And dang it, 0 damage. Come on, it would have been 8 each time. The guy would have been so close to dead with that. Okay, speaking of the guy, he is first, which means take your poison and like it. 6, nice. That was a solid roll. He's more than half dead now. Okay, now he tries to do 2 damage to Remy and push her 4. Oh my god. Oh, wait, is he going to kill her? Oh, this is bad. Should have paid better attention to my surroundings. Oh my god. Oh, crud. Does she have any way to reroll? Yeah, so look at this, y'all. He can push her 4 in either direction because he's diagonal. I put myself there. 1, 2, 3. Ah! So bye, Remy. Oh my gosh, my whole team. That's okay. We got this guy. We got this guy. I'm not entirely sure if we got this guy, but we're going to try. Zeke is up. He's got 3 actions. He's got courage. He's got a chance. Let's go ahead and do, I guess, I don't know. He'll do another boosted single attack. Come on, buddy. Big money. That's not enough. Oh, is that the lowest? Come on. Come on. Yes. 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 He's using his kill the messenger. So, boom. Oh, this is going to be pretty dang good right here. So he's using his crossbow to ignore 3 out of the 5 armor. And he has a green in the way. So guy's got 11 defense. So he's got 4 damage from that. He has courage still because he hasn't missed. Oh, which means that he gives Brooke an extra action. But yeah, so 4 from the attack, 5, 6, 7, 8 from shields. Oh, 9, 10, 11, 13 from the star. Dude, he just got so pissed that guy threw Remy off a cliff. She can fly, right? She's fine. Maybe, I'm going to imagine that she went and picked up Nightingale. But yeah, so that was 13 plus 11, 16. Oh, this guy's got 1 hit point left. When he activates, he's dead. When he activates, he's dead. You suck, dude. Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to mark it. He's just done for. We don't need to take the rest of the turn. And yeah, that ends the encounter. I guess we can draw loot. Oh, haha, take that, you dummy. We got Earthlow, a monster loot. The item Nightingale had was another one. What's this? Material. Oh, it's a relic. Okay, you can hold up to 3 of these. We already have a bunch. Flips. It means means it's once per entire set of encounters when you're dungeon delving and stuff. When a non-boss opponent within SOI for range starts their turn, until the end of this turn, treat all instructions on their AI steps as if you were the only opponent on the board. That's okay. You can also sell these, but the main thing you want to do with them is they can be used to unlock upgrades you can buy to your equipment. Now, I didn't have very much money going into this scenario, but with this, I might have enough to actually do something. So cool. And we get, what do we get? Got the red text. Each party member gains 1 experience, restore everybody, which means we fully heal, because again, this wasn't a series of adventures, but sometimes they are. And then we would go to somebody's there. We won't do that because we'll leave the spoilery narrative stuff out. But man, that was a that was a deadlier ending than I expected. We dodged all. What would these have done? Purple bulb. Oh, God. End your turn and be paralyzed. You'd skip your next turn. Get diseased. A purple die worth of damage. Muck tokens on all adjacent spaces, which mess up your actions. Like all your actions cost more action points. And poison. God, those things are terrible. Thank God I had all those things to dodge them. I got to buy a new smoke grenade ASAP because that was a lifesaver for Zeke in that one spot. Yeah, that was a somewhat later. Again, this is only early chapter 2, so there's way more game to explore here, going all the way to chapter 5, just in Act 1, and they still have Act 2 and Act 3 coming. Wow. But yeah, that was Middara, a more updated play with the new 1.2 rules. And I've done this before for Too Many Bones. I'm going to do it again for this one. I will have an updated, kind of revised review to respond to some of my previous comments, because a lot of things that I said 5 years ago I don't think apply anymore, or at least my thoughts have changed. I'll have that in a few weeks. And at the end of many of our videos, I'd like to thank our biggest Patreon supporters, the ones who do the most to keep the channel going. They are J. Willie MF, Steve Wren, and Pedro Lucas. Thank you all so much. And everybody else, good gaming, and we'll see you at the next stop.